The portal is now open. Raise your vibrations and come on in. Hello, hello, hello. You are listening to or watching the Manifest on Purpose show. I am the host, Kimbaley. It is Thursday. It is time for the Abundance Portal. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing your time and energy with me today. Thank you for all of those that you've invited. And thank you for subscribing here and on the website at Kimbaley, KIMBALEY.com. The God in me loves the God in you. Today, the portal is open and it's very exciting. It's been a while since we've opened the portal. This show is brought to you by Astro-Numerologist LLoyd Strayhorn. Join him and his very special guest in Peru. This is going to be an amazing series. In Peru, we'll be talking about the power of precious metals. He'll be talking about the benefits physically that you can gain from precious metals. He'll also be talking about the metaphysical aspects of precious metals, and he will let you know why you should be investing in precious metals. So make sure that you check them out on March the 18th. You can get there by clicking on the QR code at the bottom of the flyer. You can also go to linktr.ee/numbers and you. It's March 2025. Have you gotten your Astro-Numerology yearly forecast yet? Make sure that you get that to help you navigate throughout the year. You can get it at Kimbaley, KIMBALEY.com, where you can also get your personal report, a compatibility report. Make sure you also check out the business Astro-Numerology services offered. You can get services whether you're beginning a new business or whether you're rebranding an existing business. And most importantly, you will learn how to align your business with success using your business numerology. And you can get all of those services and more at Kimbaley, KIMBALEY.com. Now we're going to get into this abundance portal. First of all, I always like to tell what the abundance portal is before we get started. The abundance portal is a portal that you can join to feel or get in the alignment of abundance. This is a time where you come in with your vibrations high, you're feeling abundantly, you have your thing that represents abundance. Today, what I have that represents abundance is a piece of pyrite. And what we do is we have a reading for the rest of the week using the oracle cards. And today I'm going to be using Money and the Law of Attraction by Esther and Jerry Hicks. And I'll be using my trusty dusty Trust Your Vibes deck for the advice card. And I will be using the Notes from the Universe for Abundance for the affirmation at the end by Mike Dooley. And what happens is I will give a universal card, and that card, I will give a universal reading. That universal reading is for all of us. And then I will read according to birthday number from 1 through 9. I will also include the corresponding zodiac sign because you may resonate with that as well. I will give this reading for the rest of the week. I'm going to give my cards one big shuffle. And there are so many definitions about abundance, but The definition that I use for abundance is plentifulness of the good things in life. Prosperity. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's always about money. It's about the good things, the other things in life. Love, peace, happiness. And of course, it can represent prosperity as well. So now we're just going to pull the universal cards. Very first card came up is the 5611 card. And it says shortages of time and money are perceptional. Shortages of time and money are perceptional. This right here is a very special card because the first card is also known as the cornerstone card. And the reason why it's the cornerstone card is because it's the very first card. But the first card will tell you really what the rest of the reading is going to be about. And when we think about the number 56, we think about the master number 11, which is the visionary. So this right here is telling you what you have and what you don't have is a matter of perception, plain and simple. What you have and what you don't have is a matter of perception. The very first card right here is the number 11 card. This right here says, I can pivot from feeling bad to feeling good. I can pivot from feeling bad to feeling good. And the reason why this card is telling you that you can pivot from feeling bad to feeling good is because just like in that cornerstone card, how you feel is a perception. It's a perception. This universal reading right here is telling you that you're going to have to use your ability to visualize positive things to get the things that you want to come into your life. And here go another number 2 card. This is all twos. And this says, I will tell my story as I want it to be. So what this card, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. That's what I was pulling for. Wayne Dyer, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. That's what these cards are telling you, because the number 2 is also about vision. It's also about using the power to be able to look deep inside or use your feelings, because when you think about it, your feelings affect your vision as well. So when you go deep inside and your feelings are positive and your feelings are aligning with those things that you want to track, with those things, and when those feelings are aligning with those things you want to attract in your life, you begin to perceive your life in a way that helps you align with manifestation. Wow. And this is a 44-8 card. And what I'm hearing, the first thing I'm hearing about this is be steadfast. The number 8, be steadfast. It says, I can make a career of living happily ever after. And this energy right here is telling you what you need to see. A lot of times people hold back on things because they really can't physically see how it may happen. They really can't see the writing on the wall quite yet. But that's because they're looking through the physical eyes and they're not looking through the spiritual eyes or looking through their feelings and their emotions. So right here, this is saying that no matter what it looks like, there is nothing that's impossible to you. The only thing that causes limitations in your life is your perception. So this universal reading is telling you to begin visualizing things the way you want to see them. I'm feeling that somebody is looking at, but what about this? But what about that? They're concerned about how things are going to happen because they have so many perceived blockages or shortages in their life. These are not the things that you need to be seeing. As long as you keep seeing those things, you're going to continue to have blockages and shortages in your life. Now it's time to visualize something else. And a lot of people, when I try to explain these teachings to them and they're skeptic about them, I tell them, try visualizing. I mean, it doesn't cost anything. So what's the harm in doing it? If you think it doesn't work, what's the harm in doing it? All it takes is a few minutes of your time. All it takes is a shift in your mindset. If you're thinking that it cannot happen for you, try to prove yourself wrong. It's all about your vision and how you are seeing things. So we're going to go on to the number 1. If you're born on the 1st, the 10th, the 19th, or the 28th of the month, or come under the signs of Leo or Aquarius, you are a number 1. You got the number 16 card. My attention to unwanted things attracts more unwanted things. Your attention is what you're visualizing, because what people don't understand is you're always visualizing something, even though you don't realize it. But everything that you think in your mind, whether you're conscious of it or unconscious of it, you create a vision for it. This number 1 card is telling me, because it's 1 and it's interchangeable with 4, it's time to make a change and it's time to do something new. It's time to see something new, because what you're paying attention to right now is what's manifesting in your life. When you stop paying attention to those things that you do not want, then you will discontinue those things from happening in your life. And be patient with this, because you did not start looking at the unwanted thing overnight. So it's going to take time for you to reprogram. This is basically saying the same thing that the cards were saying in the universal reading. You need to change your perception, because it's your perception. It's not what somebody else done to you. It's your perception. And this number 16 card, 16-7, is telling you it's time for you to go in and you need to find out what you're really looking at, because sometimes you could be subconsciously looking at things that you don't even realize. And this is came right up in the number 30 card. This is something you need to expand, a vibe check. This needs to go within, because some people may say that I'm not in a negative mood. I'm not a negative person, but in the background, they got things going on in their head that are very much negative, or that are very much out of alignment with the things that they want. But because these things have been playing out so long, and they've been perceiving these things for so long, they don't even know that it's happening. So make sure that you are paying attention to the things going within, paying attention to those things that you continue to think about, those things that you continue to worry about. And number 7 also deals with worry. So it's the same thing with worry. When you continue to worry about something, whatever you worry about creates a vision. And we know with that vision, it gives whatever it is that you're visualizing more power to manifest. So when you're worrying about the worst case scenario, then what you're really doing is manifesting that worst case scenario. So be careful there. And we're going to go on to the number 2, born on the 2nd, the 11th, the 20th, or the 29th of the month, or come under the sign of Cancer. You are a number 2. You got the 34/7 card. My financial success does not require hard work. It does not require hard work. It's all based on your perception. It's all based on your perception. You think, you perceive that you got to work hard because that's what you see other people doing. See, people that don't be around people that work hard for their money, they don't feel this way. So, what do? To begin perceiving something different, you got to be in a different space. Be in a space where people don't work hard for money. Be in that space so you can start perceiving those things for yourself. Because when you say that hard work is required for you to be successful, you've just created a limitation for yourself. And your advice card is, here we go, the number 18/9 card. Mentors and role models. You need to be around those people that are achieving the things that you want to achieve and see how they are getting it. You know, it may not be hard work, and that's maybe what you need to see. But until you see something different, you'll continue to believe in what you've always seen. Remember, it's about your vision. This reading is about your vision. Now we're going to go on to the number 3. If you're born on the 3rd, the 12th, the 21st, or the 30th of the month, you are number 3. If you come under the sign of Pisces or Sagittarius, you are a number 3. 54/9. This says appreciation and gratitude are different vibrational states. Yeah, you may be grateful for something, but do you appreciate it? Number 3. You may be grateful for it, but do you appreciate it? There's a difference between being grateful for something and being appreciative to something. When you are appreciative for something, you feel that that thing you are grateful for gives you value. And when something gives you value, you see the need to give value back to it. But it's all about how you look at it. Yes, it's good to be grateful for things. However, change the way you perceive it. Don't just be grateful for things. Begin to appreciate things. What I'm hearing, the energy is sometimes people have stuff. Let's say that it may be a shirt, and you have that shirt. It's your favorite shirt, but you decide you want a new shirt. All of a sudden, that new shirt becomes an old shirt to you. You start to perceive that shirt differently. See, it's like mentally inside yourself, you're making excuses to get that new shirt. Like, oh, this thing is old now. I don't need this anymore. The color is fading or whatever. And it's like you no longer appreciate it because you're excited about getting something new. But what you need to understand about manifestation is the best way to align with manifestation is to be in appreciation for what you already have. No matter how old it gets, no matter how bad it looks, you need to always be appreciative for it. And by you being able to appreciate it, something new will enter your life. And the 54/9 card is here. And it may be that something happens to that thing, something happens to that shirt where you can no longer wear it. And then your new shirt came in, but it was because you appreciate it so much. So make sure that in addition to gratitude, You appreciate everything that you have. And the advice card is body talk. And this is number 7. This is what you need to be doing in meditation or going within. You need to be letting yourself know that you appreciate everything about yourself. And that's what I'm hearing for you, So sometimes it could be something like an item or something like that, but sometimes it can be you that you need to be in more appreciation of. Number 3. Let's move on to the number 4. If you're born on the 4th, the 13th, the 22nd, or the 31st of the month, you are a number 4, or if you come under the signs of Aquarius or Leo. The number 7 card is here. And also this number 7 card is connected to the number 2. Have you noticed that there has been 7 cards as well as 2 cards that have been overriding this reading? And it says money is not the root of evil or of happiness. And this also talks about changing your perception of things and how you look at things, because money is not entirely evil. A lot of people may say that they don't want a lot of money because it might change who they are. Or a lot of people may think that money is going to make them happy. But really, these are just examples of perception, number 4. So what this card is telling you, since this is the number 7, is a lot of the beliefs that you have about abundance are things that you're going to have to check within yourself to see what you really believe in when it comes to abundance. Because a lot of these things, these beliefs are formed from your environment. They're formed from your childhood. They're formed from things that you don't even know was forming a belief. You need to find out what you really believe in when it comes to abundance. And if it's not positive, you need to begin to shape your beliefs, and you shape those beliefs by shaping your perception of things, taking a clear look of things. Be an observer. That's what the number 7 does. It goes deep. It asks questions. It likes to know why. And those are some of the questions that you're going to have to ask number 4 about abundance and how you feel about abundance, your beliefs around it. And we're going to go on to the advice card. And 26-8 card is here. Number 4, this is the opposition to you. And this is telling you, stay in your own skin. Everybody else's beliefs will not work for you. Just because somebody tells you something is so doesn't necessarily believe that it does not mean that it is so. Because life is based on your very own perception. So you have to believe what you believe in instead of believing in what everybody else believes in, and not even caring or paying attention to what the beliefs of others are. You have to focus on your very own beliefs. And because this is the number 8 card, it's letting me know that you have to be steadfast. And not only that, when you get this down, you will become successful. You will achieve some of the things that you would like to achieve. It will give you a sense of power in your own life. That's for you, number 4. And we're going to move on to the number 5, born on the 5th, the 14th, the 23rd of the month, or come under signs of Gemini or Virgo. You are a number 5, and you have the number 4 card. And what this says is achieving success is my natural birthright. So you need to shift your thinking. You need to get to the point where you're looking at life from the perspective of success is your birthright. Abundance is your birthright. And you know that I say that sometimes here. Abundance is your birthright. You're going to have to say that. You're going to have to know it. You're going to have to feel it. You're going to have to believe that. Number 5, no matter what things look like around you, abundance is your birthright. Number 5. And your advice card is name your higher self. That's a number 8 card. That's how you're going to succeed. Name your higher self. Just know that you're a part of something bigger. You're not just little old you. You are a part of something bigger. You have within you a spark of the Creator. You are a part of the whole. There are no little fish here. You're going to have to learn how to be steadfast. You're going to have to learn to be patient. Everything may not happen overnight for you, but it does not mean that it is not going to happen for you. Now we're going to move on to the number 6, born on the 6th, the 15th, or the 24th of the month, or come under the signs of Libra and Taurus. You are a number 6. You got the 13-4 card. This is your opposition, number 6. What do I want and why do I want it? So this right here is saying that you haven't gotten clear about what you really want yet. 1 minute you're visualizing one thing and the next minute you're visualizing something else. So you're not sure about what it is that you really want. And this right here makes it difficult for you to build on any vision because you are not clear about your intentions. Number 6, this means that it is time for you to get serious about what you do want. One of the good things you can do to start that journey is to think about the things that you don't want and toss those in the trash. Get rid of those things and then look at your list and see what things you really want on that list. And let's go to your advice card. Your advice card is you taking this way too serious. You need to laugh. And this is the number 8 card. And that's funny because sometimes the number 8 need to do the same thing. Is laugh. You need to take time to be in joy. Stop worrying so much about what's happening around you, but make sure that once you determine what you really want to do, that you're able to laugh. Because you know that it's going to happen for you. And sometimes laughter is the best medicine for you, number 6. So moving right along, we're going to go to the number 7. And this is if you're born on the 7th, the 16th, or the 25th of the month, or come under the sign of Cancer, you are a number 7. And wow, this is deep. I will praise success wherever I see it. Wherever I see it. 27-9. To me, when I look at the 27-9 here, I'm thinking about manifesting your dreams, manifesting your reality. We got the 2 and the 7 in combination together here. These two numbers belong together. This is alignment of your dreams. This is saying you will praise success. I'm hearing count the little wins. Wow, because a lot of times we forget about the little wins, but when we go back and look at it, it wasn't just boom, one big win. It was several small wins stacking up to make that big win, to get to that big vision, number 7, to get to that dream come true state. And this is truly what this is about for you, number 7. This means that your dreams are about to come true, or either is happening as we speak. It's just that you're in the stage of the small wins. and you haven't begun to praise that success yet, because it doesn't look quite like success. It may look like, oh, that was a lucky break. But no matter what you think, you have to perceive it as a win. Perceive everything as a win. Oh, that's deep. Okay, number 7, what your advice card is. Time for crayons. It's time for you to get creative. Number 7, get creative about how you perceive things. It's just like I was talking about right here. You may not even see some of those little wins as successes, but you're going to have to be creative and see those as successes too. Also, the energy that I'm feeling for you is that it's time for you to just enjoy life, have fun. And the number 6 card is here. Love, harmony, peace. Enjoy all of those things, because when you are in fulfillment, when you are in joy, when you are in that state of creativity, you can begin to perceive the success around you that you would otherwise have not been able to see. Now we're going to go on to the number 8, born on the 8th, the 17th, or the 26th of the month, or come under the sign of Capricorn. You are a number 8. You got the number 4 card, which is your opposition number. It said, I can set my own standards for financial well-being. The energy right here is saying that this is something that you need to know. This is something that you need to consider, because what I'm feeling is I'm seeing like a rule book. And in this rule book, there's a step-by-step plan that's telling you exactly what you should do. Step 1, you should do this. Step 2, you should do this. And normally and ordinarily, this is the way that you would function. But what this right here is saying, that it's time for you to set your own standards for financial well-being. Instead of looking at that rule book and paying attention to what that rule book is trying to tell you, go within. Number 4, get analytical and find out. Do things differently. Begin to build your own standards around financial well-being. When you begin to build your own standards instead of building upon the standards that was already built by others, you will succeed. You will thrive. And the advice card for you, number 8, is 19-1, and this is your opposition too. It's time for you to step out and learn something new. It's meaning that it's time to step away from the manual. It's time to step away from what you are hearing other people say, or what other people are telling you to do, or giving you guidelines to do. It's time for you to step away from those things and learn how to do it for yourself. This is important, because a lot of times we get stuck in doing it how somebody else do it, instead of really learning how to do it for yourself or ourselves. And see, what happens here is, if you're so used to using that manual or doing it the way that somebody else told you to do it, when that person or that manual no longer exists, you will be lost. By going to that number 19, that 1, taking on the leadership of your own life and learning these things for yourself and what best works for yourself, then you will always be secure. Because that's what it's really all about for you, number 8, security. Okay, we're moving on to the number 9. If you're born on the 9th, the 18th, or the 27th of the month, you are a number 9. Or if you come under the signs of Aries and Scorpio, you are the number 9. And you got the 23-5 card. And it says, I'm becoming more aware of my feelings about money. I am becoming more aware of my feelings about money. And if you look at it, it's an eye right there in the center of that. This talks about your awareness. I'm hearing slow down, because if you're riding down the road at 100 miles per hour, chances are you're going to see a whole lot less if you're riding down the road going at 35. Sometimes when you're speeding, you're being impulsive, you miss important things. So, what this card is telling you is that it's time for you to slow down. The 23-5, it represents that communication, it represents travel, it represents quickness, wittiness, like all over the place. That's the energy that I'm feeling with you, number 9, and coupled with you being impulsive. That is not a good match. You have to slow down. You have to slow down and pay attention, be more aware of how you actually feel about money. When you look at that 23 card, the very first number is a 2. It talks about your feelings, leading with your feelings, because how you feel about money impacts how you visualize money or your perception towards money. And let's do your advice card, number 9. And this is the number 8, and it's the number 2, which is the opposition of, this is the 38. Sorry. And it is the number 2 because it's the master number 11. And we should have known that that number would pop up again in this reading. So what I'm saying is, this is saying exercise your vibe. And we know that 2 is the opposition to the number 9. So what this means is, number 9, you need to raise your vibration so that you can improve your vision. That's the only way you're going to get what you want. You're going to have to slow it down, be patient. You're going to have to be compassionate. You're going to have to be understanding. You are going to have to do all of these things to begin to change your perception, which will change your vision about money. So that's the basic reading today. And the big standout for this entire reading is the master number 11, talking about being visionary. It talks about your perception. That means that whether you have it or don't have it is your perception. It's up to you. No one else can be blamed. It's all on you. It's the way that you perceive abundance, and it's the way that you envision abundance for you. So let's hear one of our notes from the universe from Mike Dooley. I'm also hearing in the background with this number 11 energy too, compassion. It means that you're going to have to soften your approach to things. Ever wonder why some of those who achieve incredible success, amass fortunes, and enjoy sizzling relationships seem so unlikely? It's because intelligence, looks, even creativity come in a distant second place to believe in. Achievers achieve, because they believed they could, and follow up with consistent baby steps. And so the heaven and earth were moved. I believe in you, the universe. One more time. Ever wonder why some of those who achieve incredible success, amass fortunes, and enjoy sizzling relationships seem so unlikely? It's because intelligence, looks, even creativity come in a distant second place to believe in. Achievers achieve because they believed they could and follow up with consistent baby steps. So the heavens and earth were moved. I believe in you, the universe. And it runs right into what we were talking about. What you believe is based upon your perception, the way that you perceive things. So, this right here is saying that if you perceived or if your perception is that you can have it, of course, you can have it. I love you to life. This is how you manifest on purpose.